Good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Satsang. No one here. No one there. No me. No you. If you realize there's no one here, meaning no you, then there's no one there either. Only because we think there's me. Do I think there's a you, or a he, or a her, or a they, or a them, or an it? Only after the first person does the second and third person arise. The true technique of self-inquiry, which is not a technique really, can never be fully explained in words. We have these beautiful words that are pointers, they're hints. We have these beautiful words, very helpful words, by the way. Wonderful words from Bhagavan, his writings, his teachings, and many other sages too. If we listen to his words, then in silence, somehow we can discover something. It's not a discovery. Well, I was going to say it's not a discovery, it's an uncovering. It's a revealing. But that's actually literally what the word discover means. It means to uncover, remove that which covers. One of the hints we are given is that we are that which never changes, that which doesn't change. This is one of the hints we're given. We are that which remains the same always. unchanging, constant presence, isness. So now I'm drifting into another hint. Another hint we're giving is that we are presence or isness, being. That which never changes, that which is. Another hint we are given is that we are not name or form, not an object. Another hint is that what we are is the sahaja state. Sahaja means, it's often translated as natural. I've always liked the translation, which you don't really find that often, I don't think, at least, which is easy. Sahaja also means easy, or it can mean effortless, relaxed. When there's that phrase, be at ease. Ease, maybe ease is better than easy. Be at ease, relaxed, natural, uncontrived, simple, easy, natural. This is some sahaja means something like all these words, somewhere in the middle of all these words. It's the effortless state, not difficult, not contrived. Do you know what contrived means? It means when you are trying to become something or be something, trying to force something. It's contrived. It's the result of effort or trying to force yourself into a mold that actually you don't fit into. Like if you're trying to be someone you're not. That's what being a person is, by the way. That's why I'm laughing. It's contrived. There are so many identities we may try and be. We might try and be intelligent, intelligent, clever, attractive, sophisticated, respectable, kind, virtuous, cool, sassy, masculine. Maybe trying to be a man, or feminine. These are all based on ideas, ideas. Maybe we're trying to be strong. Maybe we're trying to show how humble and vulnerable we are, how beautiful and humble we are. So humble. These are all. This is all trying to be something. And listen, I'm not against. I'm not trying to put anyone down. Many of us would have been many of those. Tried to be many of those things. Maybe all of us have tried to be all of those things. I don't know. I don't know about all of them, but a lot of them at some points in our life. So it's not about judging, but maybe if you can laugh at yourself, like I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at you individually or anyone individually. I'm laughing at the joke of it all. We try so hard. If maybe if you can laugh at yourself, that will help. And that's another hint. There's another hint for self-inquiry. All these hints, I feel can also is true. They're hints, but the word hint can lessen the value of these hints. These hints are gems, they're jewels, they're treasures. You know, hint sounds like something trivial. These are precious indicators, pointers. They're hints because a hint doesn't completely tell us the answer, but it hints at it, it indicates what it could be. It nudges us. But a nudge or a hint sounds trivial. These are precious hints. These are clues. Maybe clues are better. Clues are better, but these are clues. Clues to help you find the treasure. So here's another clue. We've had a few already. One clue is you already have this. What you're looking for, you already have. Completely have. You already have it completely. It's what you are already, effortlessly. So you don't need anybody else to teach it to you because it's what you are already. So another way of saying this is you already know this. The knowledge is there. It's an intrinsic part of what you are. You just need to let go of all the rubbish. And the essential, the essence, or the, the bit of rubbish which around which all the other rubbish coalesces is the idea of a me. The idea of a me. I am a person. This is the original rubbish, which all the other rubbish gathers around, coalesces around, sticks to. And if we can let go of that, that's the thing that keeps them coming back. Not only does all the other rubbish stick to it, it itself is sticky. It keeps them coming back. You know, there's an intruder in the house, and you kick the intruder out of the house, and they climb in again through the back window. And you kick them out again, and then they find another way in. They climb in again, like a mouse in the house. You shoo it out, and then you you shoo it out the front door. You think, oh, that's good, and you close the front door, and then it's snuck in a different way. There's a nook, there's a cranny, there's a gap here, there's something there. It keeps on creeping back in. This mouse called I or ego. pretends to be you. It's a voice that pretends to be you. Only in deep silence, only in deep silence too, does does what we're pointing to materialize, manifest in your experience, in your presence, your being, in your isness. Only in deep silence does the isness that you are shine. Total freedom, total freedom. No worries, no concerns. Here's another clue then. What you are, there's no worries, no concerns. No burdens. You let go of all those things. You let go of all these burdens. Fear, desire, wants, needs, worries, concerns. When we surrender, this is what we're letting go of. What are we letting go of when we surrender? We're letting go of our fears, our desires, our worries, our concerns. And when we have no concerns, no worries, it's like that song, don't worry, be happy. You know, here we can say no worry, then you're happy. The only reason you're not happy is because of worry. Throw away your worries, you're happy. But it's impossible to throw away all your worries as long as you think you're a person. If as soon as you think you're a person, you have the worries that come along with that. Your health, your wealth, then people around, worries you may have about the people around you, their health, their wealth, their well-being, your survival, their survival, your security, their security, security of your friends, your family, your tribe, however vast your tribe may be, or however narrow your tribe may be. These are the worries. These are the kinds of worries. Maybe you can think of some others that only arise if you think you're a person. If you're not a person, none of those worries arise. If you're not a person, and if there are no other people, places, things, then none of these worries arise. So in the self, there are no. That's also called bliss, happiness. Bhagavan has given us a really massive clue when he says that it's just the nature of happiness. Happiness is the self. No worry. The source of all worry is the idea I'm a person. That's the concept which all the other concepts are hooked upon. That's like the only clothes hook in the house, or the coat hook in the house, that all the other coats of suffering are placed upon. That coat hook goes, all the coats fall to the floor, all the suffering drops away. The I am a person idea is like a hook. Everything else hangs on it. It's the hook that keeps on coming back, keeps on rearing its head. The only solution is silence. But not normally, remember when people say silence, they mean silence for the person. Oh, I'm Tom, I'm being quiet. Yeah, that's like taking all the things off the hook, but the hook still being there. Yeah. And then all the things will reappear back on the hook. All the suffering, all the worries, all the fears, all the desires, all the hopes, all the dreams, all the aspirations, all this stuff. True silence is you destroy the hook. You let the hook, you don't destroy the hook. You let the hook disappear too. The hook is the ego, sense of being a person. It all falls away. Even the sense of is not, oh, I am Tom or I am whomever, insert your own name. It's not, I am Tom, I'm being really silent, I'm having a wonderful silent meditation. It's like there's not even the sense of Tom. Again, insert your own name. There's not even the sense of a me. There's not even a sense of a body, a person, anything. It's just being, consciousness, bliss. Just being bliss. We could say it's just bliss. Or we could say it's just being, because they're the same. Being bliss. Sat, Chit, Ananda. That is your nature. Now, as you go quieter, as the mind goes quieter, happiness will start to come in. If your mind goes quiet, but the happiness is not coming in, this probably means you have a worry. There's a worry there. Concern. Another word for worry is concern. Another word for concern is desire. Concern is a form of desire. So if you're going very quiet and there's no, and but it's bland, it's blank, it's not, doesn't feel peaceful, doesn't feel happy, doesn't feel positive. Maybe you've gone very deep. That's one possibility. Another possibility is maybe you're going quite shallow in a trance-like state. You get into a trance-like state. And this means there's still a worry there. There's still a person there. So simple solution is surrender. Surrender means let go of your worries. Another word for worry is burden. Burden is a type of worry, concern. So the reason I use the word burden is because this is the word that's used in the English translation of who am I. This is, cast all your burdens onto God. He will bear them all. This is what we let go of. Surrender. So as you're being still, you can just go be still, but you can maybe recollect some of these clues. Maybe play this recording back to yourself. Remind you what the clues are, or write them down if you can remember them. And when you're in silence, just say, "Oh, what did Tom say?" He said, "Oh, it's that which never changes." Let's be still and see if that one helps. Oh, he said, "No concerns in the self." Oh, what about if I let go of all my concerns? Another clue is that the body, the mind, the world are not real. They're an illusion. Now, when we say the body, the mind, and the world, we can say the body, mind, world, but any one of these three is all of those three. So if we can just say the world is not real, and the world includes the body and mind. Or we can say the body is not real, and the body includes the body, mind, and implies the world. Or we can say the mind is not real, and the mind is that which projects the body, mind, world. I know logically it doesn't completely make sense because we're saying the mind is that which projects, and then we're using the same word, mind, again. The mind projects the body, mind, and world. We don't have to go into that now unless someone wants me to. But the point is that these are illusion. These are not real. Another clue, precious clue. Don't think these clues are trivial. Maybe you only need one of these clues. You don't. It's not like you need to memorize all however many clues I've said, 15, 20, whatever, how many clues. You might just need one or none. But usually you need one at least. Maybe if you're doing self-inquiry, you say, "Oh, I remember what Tom said. Tom said, I already know this. Or this is already my nature. Here's a clue." Or Tom said, "It's the natural state. It's the effortless state. It's easy, or being at ease. Something about being relaxed." Another clue. It's not contrived. It's not, I'm not trying to force anything. See, Bhagavan said that self-inquiry, he said other methods are like trying to drive cattle home. I think this is what he said. I hope I'm not messing it up. I think he said other methods are like trying to drive cattle home. You're trying to force the animals into the shelter, into the shed, or into their home, into the barn. And it's difficult to round up all these animals and force them in. And he said self-inquiry is different. Self-inquiry is like enticing the animal with some sweet food. I think he said like some sweet pasture. You get some lush, fresh grass they like to eat. And you say, "Here you go." And all the animals come to you. They come to you. It's an easy path, you see. This is the point he was trying to say. It's effortless. It's like a easy path. So if you find yourself struggling and stressing and straining during your self-inquiry, remember, this is not self-inquiry. Self-inquiry is easy. Sahaja, it's your natural condition. It means without any artificialities. means without any contrivances. It means you're not trying to be this or trying to be that, trying to be spiritual or trying to be clever, trying to be holy. No, it's uncontrived. Simple, beautiful, peaceful, happy, whole. Again, if you don't feel whole, whole is another word for happy. How do you know if you're feeling whole? You feel whole because you feel happy. When you feel happy, that's what it means to feel whole. If you're not feeling whole, if you're like feeling, if you're very still, but you're not feeling whole, maybe you've got a worry. Maybe you're holding on to a worry. So let go of all worries. See, remember, and you can remember, maybe remember, no worry. No worry, be happy. Slightly change the song lyric. Don't worry, be happy. No worries. At first, if you're not used to this silence, it's not normal for you. It's not natural for you. So it takes a bit of time to adjust. The more you practice, the easier it gets. You will still have good days and bad days. That's normal. What I mean by that is if you've been practicing for a long time and you still find it difficult sometimes, that's normal. Don't give up. Just take it in your stride. Take it with happiness. Take it in your stride. Don't worry about these things. We can see it as this is Maya or the devil. There isn't really a devil, but we can just personify it by saying this is like the devil trying to tempt us to see how much we want liberation, see how strong our resolve is. And this is a metaphor. It's not real. No one should be scared of the devil. There's nothing to be scared about. Here's another clue. This is, I don't know how good this clue is, but I'll say it anyway. This path is happy in the beginning, happy in the middle, and happy at the end. Another word we can use anytime I say happiness, another word is love. This path has love at the beginning, love at the middle, love at the end. If you find your practice is a bit stale, a bit wooden, not feeling good, just inject a bit of happiness or love. If you're not feeling the love, surrender. You probably might have a worry. Maybe you're holding on to a worry or a concern. See if you can just let go of all your concerns. Imagine, if it helps, you can imagine you're somewhere on holiday on a desert island. You've got nothing to worry about, nothing to stress about. What happens? Hopefully, you start to feel happy. You can use this as a way in. Here's another clue. I've said that this is already your nature. I've said that one. I've said that you already know this fully already. But here's another one which is similar, is that you already know how to do self-inquiry. Everybody already knows how to do self-inquiry. just yourself, not the mind. The mind will mess it up. But the deepest part of you that's beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond the world, the deepest part of you, which you're always in communion with because it's you, the deepest part of you knows how to do self-inquiry. It knows how to do all this stuff. Just like a baby knows how to walk, or a toddler knows how to walk, and they'll eventually learn how to walk. You know how to come home to yourself. You know. It can't be explained how you know. It can't be explained by the mind how to do self-inquiry. But you know. Everything you need, you already have. Everything you need to know, it's like it's been put into you already. Everything you need to know, it's been given to you when you're born. It's been sort of infused deep into your DNA, so to speak. So when you need to know something, the knowledge is already there within you. But you have to listen to that deepest part of you to obtain this knowledge. You can't. If you're listening to the mind, you probably go wrong. If you can't connect with the deepest part of you, you can connect with the scriptures or Bhagwan's teachings, which are the outward manifestation of your inward knowledge. The outward manifestation of the knowledge that's in you is called the teaching. Shruti. Shruti means the revealed teaching. And the true Shruti is within us. And the outward Shruti is Bhagwan's teaching, or any teaching that gives us this teaching. Another clue is that it's the same thing again as what I've just said, but in a slightly different phrasing, is that you don't need to do anything to obtain this knowledge apart from just to be yourself. Now, if you ask me questions about these clues, I might be able to clarify them for you up to a point. And there will come a point where I won't be able to explain any further. And that's when, maybe I'm not explaining the clues very well. It is possible to explain the clues better. And it is possible to explain the clues less well. And it's entirely possible that I could be explaining these clues better than what I am. And if you question me, through questioning me, it may force me to be more precise and clearer. So that can happen. But then there's always going to be a point where you're going to have to discover what these hints are hinting at, what these clues are pointing towards yourself. And it's the bridge that you have to cross. I was going to say you have to cross alone, but you're not really alone. But you have to cross that bridge. You have to cross it alone, but you're not alone. You're with Bhagavan. You have the power of him yourself, always. Because you already know how to do all this. You already know everything you need to know. So you're never alone. You always have his power guiding you. You have to give up all your concerns. Another clue now. You have to give up all your concerns, all your worries to discover this. You have to give up all your worries, all your concerns, and the hook upon which they hang, which is the original source of the concerns, which is the idea I'm a person. And of course, I guess this would not be complete unless I gave you two of the main clues, or the main clue that Bhagavan gives us is that one clue is we can ask, who am I? What am I? Having heard all these other clues, we can then say, we can summarize it by saying, who am I? What am I? Meaning, am I this limited fleshy body whose mind vacillates? One way, one day it thinks this thing, and another day it thinks that thing. 1 second it's thinking like this, another second it's thinking like that. Is this who I am? Am I the body that was born at a certain time and place and will die to disappear forever? Is this what I am? Or am I that eternal, unchanging, formless essence, beingness, happiness, bliss, love, total love, fulfillment, one without a second? Or is that what I am? Okay. I think it's a good clue to end my discourse.